Laziness isn't necessarily something that you plan to do, although sometimes we can decide in advance we're going to have a lazy day, and that's okay. But when those lazy days turn to weeks or months or even longer, it's time to start doing something about it. It's even harder if you're working from home, as the distinction between home life and work life blurs. And sometimes the lazy feeling spills over from one part of your life into another. First, it's worth identifying whether there are any things happening in your life that are causing you to feel lazy. Maybe something will leap at you as the main cause, maybe it won't. It varies, but don't worry either way. If you can't identify a particular reason, that's quite normal. Next, stop expecting yourself to be perfect. It's easy to fall for the social pressure of having to constantly be doing something and then posting about it and putting every last detail of your life online. And if you're just living your life but not posting every millisecond on social media, I hope you're not. I don't think that's being lazy at all. I think that posting is just whatever, and then turn your negative self-talk around. We all have self-talk, and quite often it's a lot less positive than we'd like to hear. So take steps to turn the self-talk around and get it to be more positive more often. That's doable. And it can sometimes be as easy as telling your negative self to be quiet, politely or less politely, or it can take a bit more effort, but it's definitely doable. And sometimes laziness stems from boredom. If you find you're constantly bored, do something about it. Take up a new hobby, go for a walk somewhere new. New could even just be the opposite direction to normal or a new route. Anything that gets you more active again. And then check your diet. Sugary foods provide an instant rush, but there's that lull that sets in an hour or two later and you feel like going to sleep. If that's the time you regularly start feeling lazier, change your diet. Often it's one or two relatively small changes that can make all the difference. Swapping a candy bar or whatever for an apple or a banana, or dropping that cookie, that kind of thing. And make sure you're getting enough rest. Because lack of sleep at night can turn into lack of enthusiasm during the day. It's quite easy to do. And make sure you stay hydrated as well. It's easy to get out of the routine of drinking water when you're at home in a familiar environment. It's habit. So make drinking enough liquids part of what you do. Remind yourself if need be, set a bleep on your phone. Another good option is to reprogram your brain. And the easiest way to do that is by listening to a hypnosis track, because it just does all the work, like the one I've linked below this video. Play it to yourself whenever you're feeling laziness creeping back into your life. And notice how it helps you get back on track.